No, I'm about to go in. Told me that I couldn't do it, but I gotta bring it back, so they're really numb with it. Let's go. Tell me where you're from, where you stay. Now I keep it lit from the coast to the bay. Peace on the right.
If you guys are looking to get cheap and instant Madden 18 coins, be sure to head over to muckcoinbank.com and use promo code MAZE at checkout for 10% off. As you guys can see behind me, I'm back home in my hometown for break. I am home for Thanksgiving, so I got this week off. I'm gonna have a lot more time to upload some videos this week, so hopefully I'll get some double uploads going, get a lot more videos pumped out this week. But in today's video, this is something I said I would do about a week ago, and it is the deuce close scheme. Now, someone commented that I did a deuce close scheme last year, so they asked if I could do a different scheme, and I actually do have a different scheme for you guys. I'm still gonna do the deuce close scheme because I said I would, so I'll upload this one, and then I have another offensive scheme coming for you guys. But basically, my Madden game has kind of been in a slump lately. I haven't been playing very well. And I think it's just because I haven't been practicing. I haven't been labbing anything up. So my skills might be a little bit rusty. But basically, my goal is to start playing more, get my skills back up, become a good Madden player again so that I can bring you guys some more content. As you guys can probably see in a lot of my videos, I run a lot out of gun bunch tight end, and so that's the scheme I'm going to be going over next. These are both kind of mini schemes. There's about like 3 or 4 plays in each of these formations that I'm going to be going over. Today's video is deuce close, so this is a really good running scheme, and it does have some good pass plays out of it. And like I said earlier, someone did comment, I did do some variation of this last year. I did look at this formation in Madden 17, but we're gonna go over the 18 version and how some of these players are working. If you already saw my video I posted about a week ago, Halfback Wham is a very good run play. It's the most consistent run play in Madden, in my opinion. And something else I've learned when running the ball is you can ID the mic on someone you want to get blocked, and your lineman will kind of single that guy out and run towards them to block them. So if you're running Halfback Wham and you see his user in the middle, you might want to like click ID the mic on the user, and then from there just kind of run the ball. I already did a video on this. It's a really good run play. Halfback Wham is the first play in this scheme. And the next play we're looking at is halfback stretch. This has actually been probably my favorite run play out of this formation this year. And again, we're gonna look at ID the mic. So you're gonna be running to either side. That's the glory of deuce close, is you can run to whatever side you want. So what I recommend is obviously just see which side looks like you can get to the outside easier and run to that side. So I'm just gonna choose the left. And then again, like I said earlier on Halfback Wham, you can ID the mic, and you want to ID the mic on the outside guy. And again, that's just going to make your lineman, I think, just focus on that guy. Also, what you can do is like slide left. I don't know if that does anything. It might just be mental. But I've just heard and seen people do this, and it does work pretty well. And then the last thing on stretch you're going to want to do to make it even more effective is you're going to motion your tight end and get him into this position. And then from there, the stretch is going to work a lot better. I'll show you right now. And as you see, you're getting just a huge gain right there. And that's Marshawn Lynch. If you had a guy that was a little bit faster, or if your tight end was a little bit faster, that could have been a touchdown. But again, halfback stretch, whatever side you want. Here it says this left side is green, but you see the safety is coming down. That's kind of weird. He's audibling when I audible to that side, the safety comes down. Regardless, I'm gonna run to the right here because I see that safety coming down. I'm gonna ID the mic on the outside. And if you guys don't know how to use ID the mic, sorry if I'm going kind of fast. ID the mic is going to be L1 and X, and then you can move it around with your analog stick. And that's gonna, essentially what ID the mic does is if your opponent is running the same blitz over and over and over again, let's say he's running a nano blitz and this guy's coming in untouched, you can ID the mic on that on a pass play, and then your lineman will make sure to block that guy. So that's kind of what ID the mic does this year, but I've been using it in run plays, and I think it kind of makes your lineman single out a guy or linebacker if they want to block him. Again, I don't know, it just might be mental. Slide to that side too if you want, and motion that tight end like I said before, and then from there, cut it, and again, just see what you get out of the run play. Now, if your opponent is kind of catching on that every time you motion over your tight end, you run the stretch to that side, you don't have to motion him over every time. You can kind of leave him where he is and just ID the mic, and I'm going to show you the play still works pretty well. If we can get to the outside there, and yeah, you still get about 7-8 yards on that one, but the play can still work well. You don't need to motion. I just like to motion to make it a little bit more effective. So again, ID the mic, motion, and we'll see what happens. Now there, I only got a couple yards, but again, pretty good run play, something you can definitely bust big runs off of. Now the third and final run play we're gonna look at is counter weak. Now this is a really good run play if you want to get a big gain. This takes a while to develop in the backfield, so I would not run this on like 3rd and short, 4th and short when you need to get like 1 or 2 yards, because it takes a really long time to develop in the backfield. I'll just run it regular right now and show you. As you see, it took a while for him to the quarterback to drop back and give it to the running back. So it's really easy if your opponent's blitzing a lot of guys to get hit in the backfield, but also it is easy to bust off really big runs in this run play. Sorry. So again, you can mess around with ID the mic on this play too. You could also motion over the tight ends if you want to try that out. And as you see, like right here, I'm just getting another big gain. Again, like I said, this play is really good for getting big gains. Let's see if they're blitzing on any of these times. You see you get hit in the backfield sometimes. Not on that time. Ooh, Marshawn Lynch fighting off some tacklers. But yeah, this play again is, all right, looks like he's blitzing here. I'll try to show you. You can get hit in the backfield pretty easily, just like that. So 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, if it looks like he's blitzing, wouldn't run a counter. Like I said before, a lot of time in the backfield, a lot of time to get hit for a loss. All right, so to kind of recap, those are the 3 run plays we're looking at: is halfback wham, counter weak, and then stretch. Those are the 3 run plays that kind of alternate between depending on the situation if I'm wanting to run the ball. There's also a few really good run plays in here. One of them is tight end angle. Now this is one that you can audible to, and this is one that everyone runs, and you can do a little bit of a variation on it too if you want to. First, I'm going to show you the play stock as it is. This play is really good because it's hard to stop. If they're covering the drag by Crabtree, a lot of times you can hit Cook on that angle route, or you can hit Cooper on the corner route over there. So I'll show you right now. It looks like I have Cook right there, and that's a solid gain of like 12 to 15 yards. So it's really quick, really good reads. Be careful though throwing across the middle, because a lot of times you can throw an interception. So as I was saying, a lot of times the circle route, the drag across the field by Crabtree is going to be wide open, because unless they're playing a hard flat on the outside, it's really hard to cover that. The cloud flats aren't going to cover it, and so you're going to have to user it, or they're going to have a hard flat. And if they user it, then Cook will be open, and then if it is a hard flat on the corner on the left side, then Cooper is going to be open on the corner route. So right here, again, this looks like a blitz, so I'm probably going to just max protect, block everyone, and watch Cooper get open on this. Okay, wow, max protect, I still took a sack. So another thing you can do out of this is put your running back on a streak and then motion him to this side right here. And so this is kind of interesting too, because sometimes he'll get open like downfield and you can hit him like that. I didn't quite get it in there, but sometimes he'll get open downfield. Sometimes if the user's playing that linebacker, they'll leave that zone and your running back will be wide open. And other times they'll pull someone to cover them on that side, and it will leave Cook more open. So that thing with Lynch that I was talking about, sometimes I do that. It will open up the field sometimes, but if your opponent's blitzing a lot or he's getting pressure on you, he wants more time, I would just block him, honestly. That's what I do a lot of times with the running back. And then times like that, you just get wide open Cook across the middle. Again, you just got to make a read here. Like I said, your main read, I think, is going to be either the drag or Cook. But if the user's covering that and it's a hard flat, you can hit Cooper. Sometimes if the user is on that left linebacker spot, you can hit the seam to Smith. A lot of times that will be open too. But like I said right there, he was playing in a hard flat. The defense was playing a hard flat, so I hit the corner route. If you saw, Crabtree was covered. But again, I hit Crabtree, and again, tight end angle, just something, run through it, get your reads down, and it's a really effective play. The next play we're looking at is play action misdirection. This is a really good play, one of my favorites actually. So this is what the play looks like before any adjustments, and triangle, as you see, is on a little check and release thing. I don't really like that, so I'm just gonna put him on a streak, and then I'm gonna put Lynch on this out route right here. So as you can see, you do have a pretty good read progression. You got the shallow flat route to Lynch, you got the deep route to Smith, and you have the corner route to Cooper. A lot of times one of those 3 guys is gonna get open. And then also Cook crumbing across the middle or Crabtree are really, really good backside routes. And I'm gonna kind of show you the reads you can make. So Crabtree came across the field right there and was wide open. The reason being is Cook pulls down that linebacker and it enables Crabtree to come behind him. So I'm gonna show it again. Crabtree across the middle, a lot of times is going to be wide open, and users don't really see that because a lot of times they're not looking, when someone's using the field, they're not looking that deep for an in route from the outside receiver. They're going to think he's just going deep. So I'll show you one more time. I forgot to cancel play action. There, I hit Cook, but as you see, those backside routes are really, really, really good. I'll run one more time those backside routes, just to show you how good they are. As you see, Crabtree just coming on that post route across the middle is really, really effective. And then again, don't forget, you also do have that corner route, deep route, and flat route by Lynch. So I'll show you those right now. Looks like it's man coverage. So I'm gonna hit the corner route by Cooper, man beating route. If you do have a guy with really good route running, a lot of times the corner can beat the man coverage. Sometimes the corners are a bit better, but here, I'm just checking it down to Lynch. Again, you got check down if you need it. Lynch can get 5-6 yards on that check down every time. So again, just make a read on this. Like I said though, the post route by Crabtree is very, very good. Right across the middle there, he gets open a lot, and it's a pretty deep route, so you can get like 20-25 yards on it if you time it right. Now, another play that a lot of people don't really look at is PA stretch shot. Now, stretch shot is another play action, and it's off of stretch. So like I said, if you're running stretch, it's a pretty good play. And you can do a lot with this play. A lot of times, you're gonna get some weird pressure on the D line, and that's just, see, just like that. Just because it's a play action, they do get some really weird pressure. So a lot of times what I'm gonna do is cancel out the play action with the running back and just put them on an out route like that, because I just do not like the play action. And I'm gonna show you right here. That looked like it was a cover 2, and you got the post route on the left side by Cooper that can be open across the middle. More often than not though, the person I'm gonna be hitting is Smith, and the reason being is, I will show you in 1 second. When he's coming across deep like that, there's not many zones that cover it along the sideline. There's not a lot of zones that can cover that deep crossing route by Smith. A cloud flat is gonna play more shallow on Lynch, and then the deep zone is gonna cover Crabtree. And so Smith is a lot of time going to get open. Sometimes a user will cover that, and if the user does cover that, you can check it down to Lynch. You can hit Crabtree. One more time for you, just to show you the reads that you want to make. See, no one was in the flat. I probably should have thrown that earlier. No one was in the flats there, so I just checked it down to Marshawn Lynch. Also, there are some other plays if you want to try it out, like bench. Bench is a very good play that's pretty simple. You just got a corner route and an out route, shallow. Make a read on that. I'm sure I don't need to go over that. But basically, I gave you guys all the plays I use. The main ones I use are halfback wham, halfback stretch, tight end angle, and PA misdirection. Those are the ones I use every time, but I gave you 3 run plays and 3 pass plays out of this formation alone. If you have some other formations you work with out of shotgun and stuff, it should be really good. I mainly like to run out of this formation, but it is good to always mix in some pass plays in there. I hope this helped you guys out. If you want to see the other part out of this playbook with the gun bunch tight end, leave a like on the video, and I'll be doing that in the next couple days. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and I will be seeing you guys in the next video.
Now I'm on the outside.